Most sellers have 100% thought about, especially, as they get older, what their legacy will be for their kids, right? They just don't know their house can be part of it. Key things when you're meeting with a seller or talking with a seller, you want to ask questions and build rapport, get to know them, and let them get to know you. So, obviously, if you think about it, it is kind of mind blowing that they would want to give us this asset, the house, and not get any money for it, but just get a promise to be paid monthly, right? So for them to do that, generally, they need to trust us and feel like they know us and understand what we're doing. So the only way to build rapport is to just visit with them and ask them questions. So you want to ask why you're selling the house. Keep digging deeper. Usually there's a deeper reason. Um, there was one where they first said they were selling because they were behind on property taxes, which that's how I got in touch with them. They were on my delinquent property tax list. But then as I kept asking questions, it came out that in reality, they had a family member who kept breaking in and stealing from them, and one of those terrible situations where they weren't sure how to handle it. Um, and their solution was they were moving like an hour and a half away out of the area. They already had the house picked out, and they were just leaving that problem behind. So, and that's really what was motivating them. So, you want to ask, if you don't mind me asking, what will you do with the money, right? Usually that will allow them to recognize that they don't have a plan for what they would do with that money if they received it. And you'll want to ask if anybody else is involved in the decision. So I had a seller one time, I signed the purchase agreement with him on the hood of the truck, didn't think anything of it, never asked that question. It turned out he inherited the property with seven of his siblings. And so it was a long process of getting all of the siblings um, to agree to the terms that he had set with me, which were obviously very favorable to me, because he just didn't want to deal with the property. So it's good to know who's involved. All right, you want to ask, would monthly cash flow help you in any way instead of a lump sum? Or are you concerned with tax consequences? It's good to just keep asking open-ended questions, and really that serves two purposes. One, with an open-ended question, you don't know what they're going to say, right? They can reveal really what's on their mind because who knows if they're concerned with tax consequences. They may not have thought about it, or who knows what their stress is with receiving $100,000, right? A lot of people have never received $100,000 and they have no idea what they would do with it or how they would manage it or how they would get a return on it. Um, and so, one, the questions are open-ended. Two, you're bringing up things for them to consider beforehand, right? And when you bring up kind of the headaches of receiving a lump sum or the tax consequences, you're also pointing out that you can solve that problem for them by just paying them over time, right? You're going to help them with all those pain points. Would you like this sale to be part of a legacy for your kids? Most sellers have never even thought about the house could be part of a legacy for their kids. Most sellers have 100% thought about, especially, as they get older, what their legacy will be for their kids, right? They just don't know their house can be part of it.